This Thursday evening, some of the most influential and talented people in Beaver County will gather at the Fez in Aliquippa to take a close look at the economic future of that community. It's part of KDK TV's initiative, Eye on Community Beaver County. And I'm proud to be hosting a panel discussion with business, labor, political, and education leaders. The discussion takes place from 5:30 to 7:30. Then please stay for a networking party hosted by KDK TV's Bob and Selena Pompiani, who have deep ties to Beaver County. For information on attending this free event, you can register at rkdk.com or CBS Pittsburgh website or at eventbrite.com. Right now, we welcome two leaders who will be part of that panel and who represent the future of Beaver County. Jack Manning is President and Executive Director of the Beaver County Chamber of Commerce. Rebecca Matsco is the Chair of the Potter Township Board of Supervisors. Hey, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Pleasure to be here, John.
Jack, let me start with you. Is it all happening in Beaver County these days?
Well, there are certainly a lot of eyes on Beaver County these days with but also a significant amount of coordination of workforce development and a whole host of other diverse economic activities that are occurring in the county right now.
I'm going to come back to some of that in a second, but Rebecca, let me ask you, Potter Town, where is Potter?
Potter Township is where it's all happening. Actually, Potter Township is probably best known now as the location for a new shell cracker plant.
Right.
And we are right in the middle of the county, so of course we're excited to have eyes on us and to be part of what's happening in the region.
You know, I think Beaver County, I spent some time out there, as Jack. Yes. You and I have known each other for a while. I spent time in Beaver County. I think there is a sort of a hidden jewel quality about this county. It doesn't quite get the recognition that some of the others do. Do you think so?
It is. It's almost a small city unto itself. There's always a lot of parochialism, as you know,
sure,
in Western PA.
Sure.
But I think we see a renewed sense of pride and vision of what Beaver County can be and what it's becoming with the investments that we're seeing happen there now. The cracker plant obviously being significant. Anytime a $6 to $7 billion investment comes in your backyard, it's going to have a big impact. But the impact's trickled over into somebody purchasing the Beaver Valley Mall, for instance, and revitalization of the mall area and some new anchor in there. A lot of investment around the mall area with the new hospital facilities, residential units. There's a lot of diverse things happening in Beaver County, and I think it's because the county's coming together with a common vision of how do we grow Beaver County and how do we attract and retain more families into Beaver County.
But growth also presents some issues, doesn't it, Rebecca? I mean, if you're having a brand new cracker plant in the middle of your community, surely that has some implications for just the local needs that you have to provide as a local government.
Not only for Potter Township, but neighboring municipalities, and in fact municipalities across Beaver County are rethinking how we do things. We're cooperating more, we're finding a need for collaboration, but there is, I agree with Jack, there's a growing sense of pride in community, a new sense of community that perhaps hasn't been present for a while, so it's very exciting.
Are there some specific issues that you have to address? For example, transportation. Would that be one that is a local community? And of course, it affects the whole county.
It does affect the whole county. Infrastructure is a challenge for any municipal government, but across the county and actually across the region, as you're aware. So transportation, other kinds of utility infrastructure, communications infrastructure is something that we're looking at because there's such a need, especially in the internet age.
Have you seen any of the ripple effects yet from having a cracker plant in Beaver County? Because I think there's been a lot of talk about, obviously there's a lot of jobs up front to build this place, but once it's operational, when, about 2022 or something thereabouts, you'll have a certain set amount of jobs, but you won't have all that you will have today in terms of construction workers. What does that mean in terms of this ripple effect for the county?
Well, we are seeing some of that. It's hard to find a lot of empirical data, but we do know in the last American Community Survey, for instance, Beaver County's family median income raised 9.4% from the previous survey.
Wow.
The local Pittsburgh area was like 2.4% nationally. Nationally, 2.4%. Pittsburgh was like 2.6. So that tells me that something significant has happened in terms of the financial impact on that. And we're also seeing in a lot of our traditional riverfront towns more small retail, more small business. Several of those communities are prospering from the influx of new people coming into hotels, the hotels being built, being full, the construction workers, and a lot of the ancillary business that's coming along with that.
Well, I can't thank you both enough for coming in and sharing with us. Jack, I know you're on the panel next week that I'll be moderating. I will have a little more time to explore some of this, although there's a lot of folks on the panel. Rebecca, thank you so much for sharing with us.
So glad I could be
think,
here.
you know, again, we talk about hidden jewels. Potter Township clearly is one of those. So thank you both for coming in and sharing with us. We much appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
When this